Welcome, 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 amazing soul. Look at you. Here we have arrived at what is the real world? Have you ever wondered that? What is the real world? You are on 365 Days of A Course in Miracles, and I am honored to be your Sherpa, Reverend Valerie Love, also known as Kaisi, Divine Midwife of Soul Destiny. I get you to birth that destiny in the world. Practicing Christian witch and the author of over 20 books on practical spirituality, magic, the occult, Christian witchcraft, all of it, all of it, all of it. Let's roll. Deep breath. As we breathe, we remember the truth of identity in three words: I am spirit. Say it to yourself. I am spirit. Again, just so you remember, I am spirit. I am spirit. I am spirit. I am spirit. Breathe and remember who you are and what you came here for. And let us begin giving honor and thanks to the All, the One, Great Spirit God, Olodumare, Creator, Wankan Tanka, the Great Spirit, Infinite Intelligence, Allah, Krishna, Jah, Jehovah, the All, the One, Infinite Intelligence, Consciousness, Love with a capital L, Life with a capital L, known by many names. It is the one life in which we all live and breathe and move and have our very existence. And the nature of this life is love. And we give honor, appreciation to our ancestors who have gathered here with us, always, forever with us, and forever available and accessible. And we give honor, thanks, and appreciation humbly to the Christ presence here now. Thank you. And we give honor, appreciation, thanks to all of the angels, archangels, our birth angels, and the archangels of the presence who stand here with us now, raising our vibration. Ashe. Pardon me. Let's begin. Thank you, body and energy, for dispelling and eliminating what I no longer need. Whew. Thank you for clearing that. Thank you for getting that out. What is the real world? The real world is a symbol, like the rest of what perception offers. Yet it stands for what is opposite to what you made. Your world, the third dimensional paradigm, the simulation, the matrix, is seen through eyes of fear and brings the witnesses of terror to your mind. The real world cannot be perceived except through eyes forgiveness blesses. So they see a world where terror is impossible and witnesses to fear cannot be found. So, what is the real world? The real world is a symbol. It's a symbol of the opposite of the unreal world. It stands for something. It stands for not the unreal world. It stands for the exit from terror. It stands for the end of faulty perceptions, seeing things that are not there, being terrified for no good reason, being afraid to move powerfully forward in your destiny, afraid to write that book, afraid to come to an event, afraid to leave the country, afraid of your own shadow. How? How do we know we're afraid? Because we're not doing it. Why? Because resistance is present. Resistance to our greatest life, resistance to doing the big things we're called to do, resistance to overcoming littleness, separation, duality, and aloneness, or loneliness, or thinking you're alone, or not remembering we are one with all. The real world holds a counterpart for each unhappy thought reflected in your world. If we were to go to the real world whenever we have an unhappy thought, the real world has a counterpart to the unhappy thought. Yesterday, we made a sacred vow to self and everyone in this circle globally that we would see only with the eyes of Christ, and that would be seeing only what God would have us see, which is our present happiness. You are blessed, you are taken care of, you are looked after, you are protected, you are adored, you are cherished. Nothing's wrong with you. You have no problems, you're a being out of time. So, what is there left than to only see present happiness? Yay, I'm free. I'm free of what I thought I was. You're not who you think you are. Who you are is beyond thought. Therefore, whenever we have an unhappy thought, so yesterday as we practice, my present happiness is all I see, and that is all I saw yesterday. All I saw yesterday was my present happiness in the faces of the Zooms we held, in the beautiful messages, in the incredible connections, in the delicious food I ate. Oh my goodness. There's this place called Blue Collar. I just have to shout them out because their food is just so good in Miami. If you are ever in Miami, go to Blue Collar. It's this quaint little place that just puts out just immensely delicious food. And I always get the veggie platter with the kale and the charred sweet potato or the asparagus or the honey carrots or the, well, not honey carrots because honey's not vegan. Some carrots with something on it that's, cheesy grits. That's not vegan either. I'm not vegan, but just in case you're vegan. Anyway, had some of their food. When I was looking at that kale with the little onions, tossed in and just lightly uh, sauteed, not even, just still the kale was still standing up. All I saw was my present happiness. I was looking at kale and I was like, why is this kale so freaking delicious and tender and juicy and lovely? Like I was in present happiness with kale. Your present happiness is all you can see. Now, if you have a moment where you are not seeing your present happiness, that's okay because you can know in your mind, okay, I'm having an unhappy thought. Oh, something's wrong. There's a problem. Something might happen to me. Blah, blah, blah. I'm having an unhappy thought, whatever the unhappy thought is. It doesn't matter what the unhappy thought is because all thoughts that are not thoughts of love, they just need to be dispensed with. Oh, I find myself having an unhappy thought. I need to know that in the real world, I could find a counterpart for this unhappy thought. A sure correction for the sights of fear and sounds of battle which your world contains. You think you're in a battle or a war with life. Well, I used to fight life. I thought I had to. I had my dukes up. I was ready in case something happened. I'm prepared. Well, what does that bring? Something to happen. I'm literally looking for something to happen. I'm sending out the invitation. Can something happen? Now I send out the invitation. Woo, I'm so happy. How good can it get? It's getting better and better. It's getting more and more luxurious. Wow, how good can it get? How good can it get, God? Wow, this is amazing. Wow, this is just beyond words, beyond what I could have imagined. This is amazing. This is fabulous. Wow. That's the invitation to send out. Wow. Oh, this is so beautiful. This is so delicious. The real world shows a world seen differently through quiet eyes and with a mind at peace. Quiet eyes and a mind at peace. Quiet eyes and a mind at peace. Quiet eyes with a mind at peace. We speak always, almost daily, of this stillness, the stillness to abide within, inner stillness. Calm the mind, calm the nervous system, calm the emotional body, calm the physical body, calm the energetic sheaths around the body. Stillness. Pardon me. Stillness. Stillness. Pay no attention to my body. It's expelling things that it doesn't need. I'm happy. There's nothing wrong. It's perfect. Stillness within. Stillness. Stillness. Nothing but rest is there. Rest. Ooh, delicious. There are no cries of pain and sorrow heard, for nothing there remains outside forgiveness. The real world right here, the real world cannot be perceived except through eyes forgiveness blesses. We will not be able to perceive the real world without forgiveness. And the sights are gentle. Only happy sights and sounds can reach the mind that has forgiven itself. Woo! Now, we ought to take this as a mantra. Only happy sights and sounds can reach the mind that has forgiven itself. Meditate on that. You mean only happy sounds and happy sights will come to me when I've completely forgiven myself? That's the only sights and sounds that could reach my mind if I have completely forgiven myself. The mind that has forgiven itself is only inviting happy sights and sounds. Wow, I got work to do. The mind that has forgiven itself, the mind that no longer carries guilt, the mind that no longer carries shame, the mind that no longer carries, if I shoulda, coulda, woulda, maybe I should have done that instead of that. The mind that is no longer asking itself, what's wrong with it? What's wrong with me? Nothing. The mind that no longer believes that it is damaged goods. The mind that no longer perceives that something happened to you. The mind that no longer thinks that you are a victim and at the mercy of some perpetrator or villain. This is the mind that has completely forgiven itself. Only happy sights and sounds can reach the mind that has forgiven itself because this mind is so high in vibration that unhappy sights and sounds can't reach. What need has such a mind for thoughts of death, attack, and murder? Why would you need these thoughts anymore? You would need a thought of attack. You know, the other day I was making a TikTok. Actually, it wasn't the other day. I was in Florence, Italy, having this glorious retreat at Max Tucci's home. And there, I got the inspiration to beat my face and put on my lashes and do some, TikTok videos for the Christian Witches TikTok. And wow, they're blowing up. Like, wow, Spirit, that inspiration. Oh my God. Oh my God. So, inspirations, you follow through on them. They always knock your socks off with some astounding results. Well, one of them is, I haven't posted this one yet. This one is about protection. All these protection spells and protection of your house and protection of this and protection of that and wards and warding and fending off and eliminating and keeping away, keeping at bay. How are you going to protect yourself when your mind hasn't forgiven itself and is still inviting these things? The protection will be useless. The thing will still come to the mind. Why? Because that's the invitation we sent out, and consciousness trumps everything. Yeah, you can do a protection spell and say, I banish and no bad energies can pass this door. And then sit there and think about how broke, busted, and disgusted you are, and how depressed you are, and how sad, and how you're alone, and nobody likes you. In the last relationship, they cheated on you, and then they left you, and whatever. And your life looks like a country western song, right? Or a blues song. I don't care what kind of ward you have at the door. Something is still coming to you. It's going to walk right past what you have at the door because your consciousness is always inviting something. And I don't care what kind of spell you have, you're going to get what your consciousness is inviting. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Put your beautiful, salt, your cinnamon, your this, your that, your sigils, all of it. Yes. And if your mind and your true intention deep down is not in alignment with it, and you are still operating from fear, your magic is ineffective. Just like they say in the Bible, praying amiss, ineffectual prayer, because you will not be able to stop what your consciousness is inviting. Check your consciousness. Sure, put the salt and the cinnamon and the crystals and the sigils and all of it. Oh, I love all of it. And while you're doing that, check deep within the cavern of your consciousness in the shadow for the gremlins and the demons that do not align with what you just did, and deal with them because they're actively inviting unhappy thoughts and experiences of death, attack, and murder. Somebody's going to get me. And then that's going to be the end of my life. Some people still have an avatar body, but they already died many years ago. Drake said in his song, everybody that's living ain't alive. Zombies. Why? Thoughts of death, attack, and murder. What can it perceive surrounding it but safety, love, and joy? A mind that has forgiven itself cannot perceive anything other than safety, love, and joy. I am in danger nowhere in the world. So while some people may say, people don't say this to me anymore, but they used to say it. Oh my God, where are you going? Oh, be careful. Oh my God, is that safe? People used to say that to me back in the day when I was afraid. Now, hey, I might still have a moment of fear, but pretty much you're in danger nowhere in the world. And I can promise you this because I've been in a lot of places and even sketchy places, not on purpose, just like, oh, this is a sketchy place. That's what people say. That has nothing to do with me. Oh, this is the hood. Oh, really? Oh, nice. That has nothing to do with you. I'm not talking about being foolish and hanging out at night on the corner with crackheads or something like that. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about wherever you go, there is an air surrounding your mind and being and body of safety, love, and joy. You're not looking over your shoulder like, come on, kids, hurry up, hurry up. You're not in the car dragging your stuff out the car real quick, looking all around. What are you looking around for? What's it for? Stop. Stop it. Right? We get to remind ourselves that a mind that has forgiven itself can't perceive anything else other than safety, love, and joy. It literally cannot. It is incapable of considering any other possibilities other than safety, love, joy, perfection, blessed, blessedness, beauty, bliss, ecstasy, cosmic orgasm, love, radiance, brilliance, light, yumminess, overall yumminess, delicious. Overall yummy deliciousness. What is there it would choose to be condemned? And what is there that it would judge against? A mind that has forgiven itself and that is living in the real world doesn't judge. It's at peace. Remember, quiet eyes, mind at peace. Quiet eyes, mind at peace. It is at peace with itself and with everyone. I have to show you something. Pardon me for busting out laughing. If you want to see something amazing, this is my YouTube. If you want to be something amazing, oh, Reverend Jim Webb, oh my God, yes, I'm going to be a guest on your show. I love that. Go to Truth Seeker. Truth Seeker, I was interviewed by Truth Seeker last week for his podcast, and we had a 4-hour discussion. Truth Seeker is a Christian mystic. Well, Truth Seeker, here he is, right here. Truth Seeker posted our interview, and the people went berserk. I don't mean. Wait a minute, let me get myself together. I don't mean to laugh at these crazy Christians, but oh my God, these comments. Just go to Truth Seeker on Facebook. Truth Seeker, Seekah. Go to Truth Seeker. This thing is hilarious. Wait a minute. 508 comments. And a lot of them are really, really, really good comments. A lot of them are really good comments, right? Um, really good comments. But oh my God, some of these comments from these Christians are hilarious. And then they get to arguing with each other in the chat. Oh my God. This is entertaining. This is better than Netflix. I kid you not. Reading the things that are in people's minds. Oh my God. So if you want to get an idea of what is going on in people's minds, please go and read these comments, because now me and Truth Seeker, that's one thing. The 4-hour discussion, and the links to it on YouTube are all right here. Oh my God, the thing is so good. And did he create the most amazing thumbnail? Like, he created the most amazing thumbnail. He got those Christians so worked up. And look at this meme that somebody put in the chat. Now, I promise you, I'll show you what this has to do with view more comments. I promise you, it's hundreds of comments. Look at this meme. This thing is hilarious. It says, Christians in the comments preparing to share the love of Jesus Christ with people they disagree with. Oh my God. I can't even with these people. Just for that, I need to keep Facebook, because Facebook gave me some amazing entertainment. Oh my God. I can't with these people. I cannot. Oh my goodness. So, do you understand what we're talking? If you don't know about, okay, the world it sees arises from a mind at peace within itself. If you want to see the unreal world, if you want a clear distinction, if you want clear examples, between the unreal world and the real world. And you know, somebody's got a meme for everything. Oh, those internet meme people are hilarious. If you want to clearly see the distinction between the unreal world and the real world, go down the comments and just see which ones are in. It's a good exercise, it's a good spiritual exercise, and just see, oh, that sounds like the real world, because this is a comment of peace, and then all of this is going on in my consciousness, which is hilarious because everything is a reflection of your consciousness. That's why I just laugh at the craziness in my own mind, in my own consciousness. I'm not disturbed by it. I rather enjoy it. I actually rather enjoy how sick and psychotic my mind can be. I think it's hilarious. I think it's hilarious because it's not in charge. It may be in there, it's not in charge. And when you do big things in the world and you get big backlash, oh, you're on it. Oh, you're on it. Oh, Christian witches everywhere. Christian witches goes. You are going to see clearly the unreal world and the real world. Okay? The real world. And when you look at the comments, you see that some say Christ is about love. So, Christians, what are y'all doing? You'll hear some people say things like, we know that crystals came from the earth and God made the earth. So what are we talking about here, right? And then you'll hear some people say, crystals ain't nothing but the devil, and it's okay. Okay. I understand it. I used to be there. I used to be a judgmental, narrow minded, can't see nothing else but what I was told, fundamentalist Christian. It didn't work for me. It didn't work for me. I almost took myself out. It did not work. And for the people that it does work for, beautiful. I have nothing to say about anyone else's path. Whatever path works for you. So I can't judge a path that was my path, because then without judging myself and what I was doing, and love cannot judge. So I ain't got no judgment in me for whatever people choose. You don't judge against things, because the world that you're seeing is arising. Remember, the world you're seeing is arising from your consciousness. What you see is what you are. So I like to see what's really going on in my consciousness. And wow, some people even said, I thought you were a Christian mystic and you're consorting with the devil and witches. I'm unfollowing. And then they storm out the door in high pomposity. I thought you were a Christian mystic. Oh my God. And you're like, oh my. Well, my consciousness is crazy. And I love it. So I got so much entertainment. And I promise you, I'm going back in those comments today, and I was just reading and commenting. And I was in the conversation with everybody else because he sent me an email and said, okay, we dropped the podcast. And we're like, okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pew! Drop the bomb. Here we go. Well, we're about to do it all over again tomorrow night, because he's going to be on my show on Witchy Wednesday tomorrow night at 7 p.m. and he already posted it too. So we're continuing the conversation, and the conversation is not going to stop until everyone on the planet is in the love that we are. And not because we're making anybody be in the love, it's because we're holding the vibration of love and peace in the real world. So profoundly powerful. And if people want to be enlightened, and if they want to learn, and if they want to have a new take on the Bible, because both me and Truth Seeker have something very deep in common, and that is the Bible and our Christian roots. And we're not leaving our Christian roots. I'm not leaving Christ. That's not happening. And I'm not walking without my Bible. I simply understand now that the Bible is a metaphysical book. It's astrology, it's numerology, it's crystals. Over 20 crystals in the Bible used for spiritual purposes and for healing purposes. It's a book of psychic development. Yes, it will help you with your psychic development. It's a book of On and on and on. Revelation, Epiphany. And while the Bible contains little facts, it's not a book of facts. The facts, you can prove most of the facts in the Bible wrong. It is a book that has some truth in there. It doesn't have facts, it's not a factual book, it's a book of energy. No danger lurks in anything it sees, for it is kind, and only kindness does it look upon. No danger lurks in anything it sees. You're in the hood. Okay. You look around, you only see kindness. How could Mother Teresa walk among lepers and only see kindness? How could Gandhi sit in a country ruled by people that tried to make them slaves and be dominion over them and only see kindness? He brought down a whole empire with kindness. He didn't have a gun. He had a weapon. Pardon me. He didn't have a gun. He didn't have guns blazing. He brought it down in peace. He brought it down in nonviolence. How did Martin Luther King get the vote for Black people? Not him alone, a whole line of people that said, hey, something needs to change around here. He did it with nonviolence. He actually told all his people, no, this is peaceful. This is peaceful. We don't have guns. We don't have guns. We do have a weapon, the biggest weapon ever, love. We have peace on our side. And they won. And you don't know the names of any of the cops that threw stuff at them, that bust them in the head with a gun and threw them in jail. You don't know the names of any of them? Not one. You don't know the names of any of the people that were pouring ketchup on the heads of the people who sat at the counter and said, you're going to serve Black people. You don't know any of them. You don't know any of the names of the people that came with guns. You don't know the name. It's not famous anyway, of the person that shot Fred Hampton in his bed. You know Fred Hampton and you know the Black Panthers. You don't know the names of the people that came bussing in with guns. You don't know the name of the cop that blew up the headquarters of the Black Panthers. You don't know them unless you go looking for them. You don't know them. You know the Black Panthers. You know Fred Hampton. You don't know the names of all the people who were prejudiced against Malcolm X. You know Malcolm X. Malcolm X went to Mecca and had a revolution. That means a complete turn in his thinking, a revolution. And he came back and shared it, and they were like, oh my God, you're more powerful than ever. He was like, I'm going to be out soon. See you when I see you. My job is done. He had the full circuit. He completed his mission. And then he left. You don't know the names of any of these people. Why? Because they don't matter. They don't. Why? They are of the unreal world. Their minds were operating in the unreal world, the world of fear, terror, control, manipulation, death, attack, murder. We got to silence these people. We have to silence these people. PayPal tried it. They said, we're going to take $2,500 out of your account if you say something we don't like. Stock plummeted, $5 billion gone in one day. People like, fuck you, PayPal. We don't need you. What do you think? I keep telling people about Bitcoin. I keep telling people, oh, your woes would be over if you just use Bitcoin. I told PayPal to kiss my ass a long time ago. After they tried, they kept several $1,000s of mine for 180 days. Talking about, there's something suspicious about your account. Well, how about are y'all giving me interest for 6 months? How about the interest-free loan that they took for 6 months? I still can't get the understanding of that. I told PayPal to kiss my ass a long time ago. These people are leeches. They're horrible, horrible people. You don't see PayPal on anything I do. And they showed their hand the other day. Misinformation. Who decides it? Because y'all haven't been very good at deciding the misinformation. Because all the things that y'all said were misinformation turned out to be true. Who decides it? A misinformation penalty. Ooh, they paid for that one. Then the next day they talk about, oh, no, 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 that was a mistake. These people think we're dumb. No, no, no. Say no to foolishness. Say no to anything in the unreal world. Say no. And forgive yourself and stay in peace in the real world. The real world is the symbol that the dream of sin and guilt is over and God's Son no longer sleeps. We, the lion sleeps tonight. Stop sleeping. Wake up. We're no longer asleep in a dream of sin and death and a cobweb of death and destruction. And this one's going to get me and I got to protect myself. Wake up. Wake up to your godness. His waking eyes perceive the sure reflection of his Father's love. What else would you see if you were really seeing with the eyes of Christ? You would only see the reflection of God's love, the certain promise that he is redeemed, the promise that you're redeemed. The real world signifies the end of time, for its perception makes time purposeless. The Holy Spirit has no need of time when it has served its purpose, his purpose, its purpose, her purpose, however you like to call it. Now he waits but that one instant more for God to take his final step, and time has disappeared, taking perception with it as it goes, and leaving but the truth to be itself. Truth only. That instant is our goal. We call that the holy instant, for it contains the memory of God, the holy instant. And as we look upon a world forgiven, because you're using a mind that has forgiven itself, we got the formula over the weekend of the true path of forgiveness, the mastery level of forgiveness, and how to do the 77 times 7 forgiveness ritual. Over the weekend is sacred sexuality, and absolutely we will dive into it again and again and again when you come to our sacred events with us. That instant is our goal, for it contains the memory of God. See, the memory of God is still in your mind. It never left. And as we look upon a world forgiven, we're not seeing what's wrong. We're not seeing problems like I just did with PayPal. I need to forgive that. It's a judgment. We're not seeing that. It is he who calls to us and comes to take us home, reminding us of our identity, which our forgiveness has restored to us. Forgive and have your identity restored. That's the real world. Lesson 291. This is a day of stillness and of peace. Tell yourself, this is a day of stillness and of peace. This is a day of stillness and of peace. Christ's vision looks through me today. His sight shows me all things forgiven and at peace, and offers this same vision to the world. And I accept this vision in its name, both for myself and for the world as well. What loveliness we look upon today. What loveliness we look upon today. What loveliness we look upon today. Make your whole world lovely. Make yourself lovely. Make everything lovely. Look only upon what is lovely. How? Because the mind creates the seeing. Your mind creates what you see. Then make your mind lovely. What holiness we see surrounding us. 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 And it is given us to recognize it is a holiness in which we share. It is a holiness of God Himself. This is a holiness we share. We share this holiness with the bunny rabbit. We share this holiness with the blade of grass. We share this holiness with the carnelian crystal. We share this holiness with this young, beautiful man over here, this young one, beautiful woman over here, this child over here, this baby over here, this elder over here, this preacher over here, this religion over here, this creed over here, this culture over here, this country over here, this language over here. We share the loveliness. We share the holiness. That's it. Real simple. Here's our prayer for today. This day, my mind is quiet to receive the thoughts you offer me. Thoughts, capital T thoughts, capital T thoughts. The thoughts. My mind is quiet to receive the thoughts, capital T thoughts. And I accept what comes from you instead of from myself. Oh my God. God, please let me accept what comes from you instead of from myself. I do not know the way to you. I do not know the way to you. You couldn't find God if God was inside a paper bag. We don't know the way. And this is a great, humble acknowledgement. I really don't know. I really don't know what I'm doing here. I don't know what anything is for. We started the course with these humble acknowledgments. I don't know what anything is for. I don't know what it means. I gave it the meaning. My meaning was off. My perception was off. This is why I'm seeing problems. I don't know the way to God. God knows the way to me. Thank God. Father, but you are wholly certain. I do not know the way to you. I wouldn't know if to go left or to right or what. In my own, do not lean upon your own understanding, but in all your ways, lean upon God. Lean upon your source within the true self. We don't know, but the ego always wants to make it seem like it knows. I don't know. And how about that? Let me humbly say, I don't know. I really don't. I know the knower. And the knower is inside my mind. And if I still my mind today, 291, this is a day of stillness and of peace. If I still my mind, I'll receive the thoughts. If I still my mind, like I did like I got to do in Florence, Italy, sitting in the beautiful Villa of Max Tucci, looking upon loveliness everywhere. Look out the window. I just saw Florence, Italy in its beauty and splendor. My God. And the Italian pastries that didn't cost an arm and a leg, and the cappuccino. Okay, I'm dreaming again. Loveliness, nothing but loveliness. So how about I acknowledge that I don't know the way to do all of this for myself. I really don't. I don't know how to create my dream life. I'm going to be still, and like I was still in the villa in that retreat that we said we were going to have for the winters, for this fall equinox, and sure enough, it came true in ways that we didn't imagine. That in that stillness, I received the thoughts to make videos that went on TikTok and went viral. They're going viral. People are just, these are the thoughts, capital T thoughts. But if I try to sit down and think about what should I post on TikTok? What should I post on Instagram? What should I put on YouTube? Who's going to watch it? Let me look at my analytics. What's the hashtags? What's that? Baby, if you're doing that, I invite you into a higher octave. And that higher octave would be to tap into the thoughts of God, to still the mind, not think more, 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 more. I got to think. We think speeding up the mind is going to give us the answer. The answers are not found in the mind. The lower mind doesn't know jack. Answers are found in divine mind. And if I still the lower mind in honor of my great self, I still my lower mind, knowing it doesn't have the answers, but it's going to be loud and it's going to try to convince me to do crazy shit. I'm not going to listen to that. I'm going to still that, still my mind, and I'm going to hear the thoughts, capital T thoughts, that are the thoughts of God. Father, guide your son, guide me along the quiet path that leads to you. You don't have to go kicking and screaming. Can it be gentle? Can it be quiet? Can it be lovely? That's what I decided because I was making too much of a ruckus. Now everyone's going, everyone's returning to God. Where else would you go? It's not two choices. It is not two things going on in the universe. It's one thing going on in the universe, and that one thing is God, love. There's one thing going on in this whole universe, and everything is an expression of this one thing. I used to make so much ruckus on my return home, just kicking and screaming, making emergencies because I was bored. Things going a little too good in your life, you get bored. I mean, my son told me something the other day that was really profound. He said, Jordan Peterson said, when your life gets too perfect, you make up some disaster. And here's how you overcome that. You overcome it because we get bored. Humans get bored. So we make up something. Too peaceful was too peaceful on the planet. We have to make up a war. Stop it. We don't have to do that. All we must remember is that there is a quiet, peaceful path that leads to source. There's a beautiful way to do this unfoldment. There's a peaceful, rich, luxurious way to unfold your soul. There's a lovely way with lovely people. We just did it over the weekend. We're doing it right now with lovely people eating lovely food to unfold your soul. You don't have to be knocked in the head. You don't have to be in the next abusive relationship. You don't have to have crazy people around you. You don't have to learn strange lessons. You could do it in a very lovely way. It's the path of peace, a path of joy. Long time ago, the guides told me there's a path of peace, and there's a path of pain, and you choose. Everyone's going. Everyone's going. And God is inevitable, and you don't have to call it God. You could call it just life. If you're an atheist, it's all good. This works for atheists too, if you want to, because I think atheists still enjoy love. I think atheists still enjoy joy. I think atheists like bliss. You don't have to believe in a God for any of this to work for you. I don't think anyone would choose pain over joy. Let it be joyful. Let it be peaceful. Let my forgiveness be complete, and let the memory of you return to me. Amen. And that is A Course of Miracles, lesson 291. This is a day of stillness and of peace. This is a day of stillness and of peace. Look, God's garden girl, aren't those comments so as we're saying, I don't want to know what's in people's minds. I saw about 3 hours of that interview close the chat so I wouldn't be annoyed by some of the comments by Christian. 3 hours in, you had to close the comments. We cannot even with these people. Oh my God, yes, Calvin, the great work of alchemy. I love that. Okay, everybody, put a put um, a report on the little people that like to come into the chat and tell you about their sex sites. What's going on in my mind? I'm secretly thinking about sex. This is gonna be a funny day. I can tell already. Oh my god, it's gonna be a good day. Family, please do go and listen. Watch the interview with with Truth Seeker. It's mind blowing. We talked about everything, everything, everything. Now tomorrow night, he's going to be here on the YouTube channel. He's going to be on the Valerie Love YouTube channel, the Christian Witches YouTube channel, and he's going to be on the Christian Witches Facebook channel. We're going to be on 3 platforms, plus we're going to open a clubhouse room. So we're going to be on 4 platforms, really 5, because we're also going to share it to his live streams. So it's going to be a big party Wednesday night at 7 p.m. And Truth Seeker is going to tell us about his demon encounter. Like the story is beyond. It's an incredible story. He was doing dark occult magic, and he got into contact with some pretty gnarly spirits with no spiritual protection, no any of these things. And he got taken for a ride and he came out of it. It's so good. It is so good. So we're going to get into all that. We're going to get into him being a Christian mystic, magic, uh, the demons in the Bible, angels in the Bible, aliens in the Bible. The other day he was talking about aliens in the Bible, dragons in the Bible. Oh, we're getting into all of that. And if you are on the YouTube channel, oh my God, it's going to be so good. If you are on my YouTube channel, ValerieLove.com, ValerieLoveTV.com. So go to Valerie Love. This is an easy way to get to the YouTube channel. Go to ValerieLoveTV.com and it'll take you right to my YouTube channel. And here, go to the community tab, and you see we posted. Wow. We posted the interview. I'm going to post it on TikTok too. I'm going to post it on all the Christian Witches platforms. It is also on the Christian Witches YouTube channel. It's also on the Christian Witches Facebook fan page. Oh my goodness. Watch it, watch it, watch it. Today, we're going to send out the invite to everyone. Here you see the invite. He already posted it. Here's the invite. Right here. Truth Seeker's encounter with demons and how he survived his ordeal. I cannot wait to get into this conversation with Truth Seeker. It's going to be so good. So by all means, share the event. The event is live right now on Facebook. Share the event. It's on both the Reverend Valerie Love. I think if you go to the Valerie Love, page, let's go to the Valerie Love page. I think I posted it there too. Let's see. Yep, I posted that. Oh, upcoming events. Is it on the Valerie Love page? It's certainly going to be there today, that's for sure, because we'll be promoting. Yesterday, I was promoting his podcast and making sure. And if you want to know more about Truth Seeker, he's an incredible being. Go to truthseeker.com. Truthseeker.com. There you go. Love Truth Seeker. Love Truth Seeker. Because he doesn't have any problem with going toe to toe with the Christians. And he always says the Christians don't think that he should look like this. He's got his locks, he's got his tattoos, he's got his earrings. The Christians don't think he's supposed to look like this. And he is a Christian mystic. He's totally Christian. It's pretty astounding. So Truth Seeker just breaks the paradigm. He breaks the paradigm. And I truly respect the brother. I truly appreciate this brother's presence on the planet because he is breaking the paradigms. Like it wasn't too long ago that you couldn't even go into a Christian church with tattoos. They would run you out of there. And ears that, the earrings, the elongated earrings and things like that, because they think that's the devil. So misguided. We have come so far, some of us, from love. The Christian faith is about one thing, love. And me and Truth Seeker are going to hold it up. It's amazing that a mystic and a witch and witches and things can hold it up for Christianity. It's amazing. It is amazing. Yeah, we couldn't have no tattoos where we were. And I got all kinds of sacred symbols on me. We could not have tattoos. Couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. All right, so get ready for that. Get your popcorn, get your dinner. This show is going to be incredible. Ooh, Calvin! Money in the vortex, money in the vortex, money in the vortex. I know about weird spirits and crazy mushrooms. Shrooms. Oh, we love the shrooms. Love the shrooms. Money in the vortex. Wait a minute. Let me get the bell. Let me get the bell. Let me clear my throat. Let me get the bell from Egypt. I love my new bell from Egypt. Isn't it just so beautiful? Look at the goddess. Oh, yes. Money in the vortex! Money in the vortex! Woo-hoo! Y'all have a beautiful day. Love you. See you tomorrow for lesson 292. Peace. Casey out.